There are certain fundamental truths about anime movies that most fans can agree on. 1. Ufotable doesn't miss when it comes to animation. 2. If you hear Lisa or Emma on the soundtrack, your ears are about to be blessed. And 3. When Demon Slayer drops a new movie, everyone's either hyped out of their minds or worried it's just another flashy recap. Well, welcome to the latest entry in this franchise of tears and explosions. Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba Infinity Castle, or as I like to call it. The trailer that might give you a heart attack, and not in a good way. Now, before we get ahead of ourselves, let's talk about what this trailer actually shows us. Or maybe it doesn't show us. This starts like every big Demon Slayer moment. Flashy colours, dramatic stares, wind blowing through everyone's impossibly perfect hair, and of course, Mozan looking like he just walked out of a fashion magazine printed in hell. The music swells, the castle floats, the drama builds, it looks incredible. But then you realize something, we've seen this before. Tanjiro looking determined, Nezuko glowing like a human torch with an attitude, Hashira's lining up like they're about to drop a boy band album, Akaza returning for what feels like the 5th time, and all of it screams, you already know what's gonna happen. But here it is again, with prettier lighting. Now let me just say this. The animation? Absolutely fire. Ufotable could animate a potato rolling across a kitchen floor and make it look like a scene from an Oscar-winning drama. But the storytelling? That's where things get dicey. The trailer makes it pretty obvious that this movie is going to follow the manga pretty closely. Which is fine, or it would be, if we hadn't all already read the manga, watched the anime, and seen 50 TikToks of Tanjiro crying in every possible resolution. And the pacing? That's what has people nervous. This movie is part 1 of a trilogy, adapting the final arc of the series. But this arc is huge, like Lord of the Rings huge. Like, why are there 17 simultaneous fights happening huge? And the idea of stuffing that into 3 movies? Some fans are sweating harder than Inosuke in polite conversation. Now let's talk fan reactions for a second, because if there is one thing the internet does well, it is panic. Reddit threads lit up the second this trailer dropped. Some fans were crying, others were screaming. A few were just posting memes of Tanjiro passed out with the caption, "Me after watching that trailer." And honestly, same. There is a mix of excitement and worry. Excitement because, hey, it is Demon Slayer, it's shiny, it is emotional, it's gonna punch you in the feelings and then offer you a pretty song to cry to. But also worry because the trailer is a little too familiar, a little too polished, a little too much like they're just checking the boxes. And don't get me started on Akaza. Listen, I love Akaza, he's cool, he punches things, he has that tragic backstory that makes you go, maybe. You should have just gone to therapy instead of becoming a mass murderer. But do we really need to bring him back again? Like, is this the Demon Slayer universe or Dragon Ball Z? Also, let's be real for a second. Muzan's looking slick as always, but the trailer makes him feel more like a Final Fantasy villain than a true endgame threat. He floats, he monologues, he has the same smug expression he's had since episode 1. And while that works for some, others are saying, can we finally get a villain who doesn't look like they're auditioning for a shampoo commercial? But hey, credit where it's due. The music slaps. Emma and Lisa teaming up again? That's like putting hot sauce on a pizza that was already perfect. It is unnecessary, but you're glad it is there. The trailer soundtrack alone had people replaying it like it was a new BTS teaser. The visuals? Still god tier. The animation is so good, it makes other studios feel like they're drawing with crayons. So what exactly are we supposed to expect from this movie? Well, probably the same thing we've been getting from Demon Slayer since day number 1. Beautiful fights, emotional speeches, Nezuko doing something adorable and then terrifying in the same scene, Zenitsu screaming, Inosuke headbutting a wall, Tanjiro crying, repeat and rinse. And while that is comforting to some, others are starting to feel the burnout. Because let's face it, Demon Slayer has been running non-stop, arc after arc, movie after movie, and some fans are starting to ask the big question: are we still telling a story, or are we just milking this cash cow till it drops? Speaking of cash, let's talk money. The budget, not officially announced, but come on, you can see the yen flying off the screen. Ufotable probably spent more on one fight scene than most rom-coms spent on their whole film. The box office predictions are sky high. People expect this to beat Mugen Train. That's big talk, but given the hype, not impossible. Still, some fans are skeptical. They remember when Swordsmith Village got repackaged into a movie and sold to theatres with barely any new content. That move left a bad taste, and now people are asking, is Infinity Castle going to be another cash grab, or is it actually worth the hype? But based on the trailer, it looks like they are trying real hard. The tone is darker, the stakes feel higher, characters are looking more desperate, and if they stick the landing, this could actually become one of the best anime finales ever put to screen. But that's a big if. Right now, it could go either way. On one hand, Ufotable's track record gives hope. On the other, the trailer shows a lot of flash, but not much substance. No real hints about how they're handling character arcs. No clues about pacing, just pretty shots and dramatic voices. It's like getting a cake that looks amazing on the outside, but you're not sure if it's filled with chocolate or a drywall. So what do I honestly think? I think Demon Slayer Infinity Castle is going to make you feel something. You might cry, you might tear, you might scream into your popcorn. But no matter what, it is going to be a ride. But the real question is, will it be the ride we wanted, or just the one we got stuck on? If the trailer is anything to go by, it's going to look gorgeous. It is going to sound incredible. But if they don't bring something new to the table, something that really makes us feel like this story matters beyond the visuals, then it might just be the most beautiful disappointment we've ever seen. And hey, maybe that is enough for some people. But for a franchise that started with so much heart and emotion, it would be a real shame if it ended up looking like a fireworks show with no soul. So yes, that is where we're at. In conclusion, the trailer will give you a heart attack. Just maybe not for the reasons you expected. Anyway, that's all I got for today. Go touch some grass, or at least rewatch Mugen Train and remember the last time we all cried in sync. Peace out.